Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. How's it going? I'm Kendra Perry, and this is your weekly live Q&A. I am very, very excited to do these as always, and I'm very excited to answer your questions. If you're watching the replay, you can definitely ask a question in the comments box below. I do come back and check these, and I will make sure to answer it in next week's live Q&A. These are every Thursday at 4:15 Pacific. Awesome. So today I've got lots of great questions, and if you're on with me live and you want to ask me a question, totally go for it. I will do my best to answer it during today's call. Okay, or today's live. Okay. I'm just trying to... Last time I had an issue seeing the comments box, so hopefully I'll see it, and if I don't, I very much apologize. But anyways, I want to get into the first question here. So question is Biotin good or bad to take? Other ways to help hair, nail strength grow naturally. Okay, so biotin is a B vitamin. It's B7, and I know the B vitamins get a lot of fame. Everyone knows they need to take their B vitamins, but what's really interesting about B vitamins is they actually need a mineral or they need other B vitamins to activate them. So taking single B vitamins on their own without a specific mineral that activates them may not actually lead to the effect that you want, which would be to help grow hair, nail strength, right? So if you take something like biotin without the minerals that you need to activate them, it can actually lead to the buildup of these B vitamins in tissues. And it may actually lead to high levels in the blood. So if you've ever been someone who's had really elevated B12 levels, for example, on blood, doesn't mean you have too much B12. It means that your body's malabsorbing B12. And if you're taking a B12 supplement, it means that you don't have the proper minerals to actually activate the B vitamins. So just to give some clarity here with what minerals are needed to activate B vitamins, magnesium's a big one. Everyone should be taking magnesium. This is the one mineral. I don't usually recommend any minerals without seeing a hair mineral analysis, but magnesium is definitely the one mineral that can really, really help everyone. Most people seem to be really deficient. It's a really easily lost mineral, unfortunately. It's really good to be taking it either like topically is a really great way to absorb it. So Epsom salts baths, maybe some magnesium spray. I like Ease, EASE. That's a really good high quality magnesium spray, and it will not make you itchy. The low quality ones make you super itchy. Zinc is a very important cofactor for the activation of B vitamins. I definitely don't think everyone should take zinc. Most people do need zinc, but unfortunately zinc also lowers sodium, and if you have a slower metabolic profile, you already have low sodium, so sometimes zinc will actually make you feel worse. But you can definitely eat lots of high zinc foods. These are your meat products. Meat is very, very high in zinc, and so are pumpkin seeds. Molybdenum is another very, very important mineral for B12 utilization. Again, I don't think everyone should take molybdenum, but it can, if you have run a hair mineral analysis and it's low on a hair mineral analysis, and taking molybdenum can really help you activate those B vitamins. And then, of course, taking other B vitamins, because other B vitamins are involved in the activation of other B vitamins as well. So if you're looking for kind of like a basic strategy, I know the person who asked this question is one of my clients, so we already know the minerals, so everything we're doing is helping you better utilize those B vitamins, but definitely it's probably better to take a B vitamin complex than to take individual B vitamins and hope that they're going to have that effect. Okay, so for other ways to grow hair, nail strength, okay, so this is the thing with like hair and nails. So they're kind of like dead tissues. It's kind of a way, it's an excretion. It's a way that your body actually moves things out of the body. And so they're not really a priority. So usually the reason why you have poor nails and skin and hair is actually because there's something else going on in the body, and the body is just like, that is not a priority right now because I got to deal with this other thing. So the best way to improve that is to actually kind of build overall health. So it's to work on your gut health, to rebuild digestion, to work on your mineral health, and to work on your hormones. It's kind of all these things. Because, the reason why your hair might be very brittle and nails might not be great, could actually be due to a lot of different things. So you really kind of got to work on everything. So really good gut support is to take something like hydrochloric acid to help you break down your food. Digestive bitters are really great for boosting digestion. Obviously chewing your food. I know that's really obvious, but I have a really hard time doing it. I always want to just inhale my food and just choke it down, and I have to really, really be mindful and really think about chewing my food. For really good support with minerals, I like Nature's White Kelp, Oceans Alive. Unrefined sea salt is a really great way to replace your minerals and support mineral balance, and just drinking pure filtered or spring water. In terms of hormones, hormones are a little bit trickier, but you can take something like maca. Maca is a really nice hormonal adaptogen. It can really help balance your hormones. Yeah, I know. I've had to train myself to chew, and I still find myself inhaling my food. It's something about like when something tastes so freaking good, I just want it in me as soon as possible. But really, it's better to chew because then you get to enjoy it for longer. But anyways, so all those things, working on all those things, and I know the person who asked this question, we are working on all those things together. So yeah, it may, and I know too, when you have certain things, so I know this client as well, has a copper IUD, and that actually can cause very brittle nails and teeth, because it actually copper leads to the buildup of calcium in the soft tissue, and that will make hair and nails actually very brittle. And actually, this is a really good segue into the next question that we got. So we're talking about hair a lot, but this is a really good question actually, and something I actually just recently read a bunch about. So can early signs of gray hair mean that you're deficient in a certain vitamin and mineral? So the reason why you actually get gray or white hair is because of the buildup of zinc and calcium in the hair. So think of zinc. So think of like that sunscreen, like zinc oxide, it's white, right? So zinc is a white mineral. So is calcium. Calcium is a white mineral. And then you have manganese and iron, which are dark or black minerals. So the darker your hair is, the more manganese and iron you have in your hair, versus which are energy minerals. Keep that in mind. Whereas calcium and zinc actually slow you down and it puts on the brakes. So when you're getting gray hair, it's actually a sign that your metabolism is slowing down, that your body is running out of energy, whether you actually feel that or not. So sometimes, even though our body is running out of energy, we can still be a type A personality, burning the candle at both ends, and our body on a cellular level is actually running out of energy. So as energy decreases, the energy minerals like manganese and iron actually deplete in the hair. So this is slow metabolism or slow metabolic type at its finest. And then calcium and zinc, these are the minerals that put on the brakes. They age us over time. Elderly people have lots of calcium and zinc because their metabolic rate is declining. That's why you get gray hair. And a number of different things can cause this to happen early. Copper toxicity is one of them. Copper causes the loss of zinc into the hair, plus it leads to the buildup of calcium in the hair. It drives up calcium into the soft tissue, which is the hair. Iodine deficiency can also do this. Iodine deficiency will drive calcium away from the bones and the teeth where it belongs and into the soft tissue, which again is the hair. So these things can indicate a copper issue, it can indicate iodine deficiency. It can also indicate stress, because calcium actually can protect you. It forms like a really crazy hard shell, and it can actually protect you from a stress response or from feeling emotions that you don't want to deal with. So when I see high calcium on a HTMA, it may be an iodine deficiency, it may be driven by copper, it may be a magnesium issue, but it may also be an emotional issue, because sometimes there's certain things that happen in our life, some sort of trauma or some sort of situation that we're like, I don't fucking want to deal with that. I'm not dealing with that. You push it to the back of your mind and you just don't deal with it. Your body will actually use calcium to kind of protect you from those emotions. And typically people who have really high calcium in the hair, they feel very apathetic or very like desensitized or disconnected from their emotions, because calcium is literally forming a shell around their brain cells and preventing them from feeling. So the good news is that gray hair can actually be totally reversed if you can get your minerals balanced. So if you're getting early signs of gray hair, that's your body running out of energy, your metabolism slowing down. That's that zinc and calcium building up in your hair, and that loss of the energy minerals like manganese and iron. So you can actually reverse this, but you need to get your minerals balanced. Of course, like I always say, I'm a broken record. The best way to do this is with a hair mineral analysis, because it's not as just straightforward as like take this, not this, take iron, take manganese, because all the minerals, every single mineral has an effect on every single mineral in the body, either directly or indirectly. Some are synergists, so they increase the absorption of the other, and some are antagonists, so they decrease the absorption of the other. So it's not good to just blindly take minerals, because it could throw something else out of whack. The only one, again, I said this at the beginning, the only one I recommend that everyone take is magnesium. So if you have gray hair and you want to reverse it, I recommend working with someone like me, someone who knows how to interpret hair mineral analysis, because this can actually help reverse gray hair and actually change the color of your hair. And what's interesting is, like, my hair has changed a lot since doing hair mineral analysis. So when I got really sick, when my health went downhill, I've always been a really blonde person, and as a kid I had white blonde hair. And then in my 20s, when things really started to go sideways with my health, my hair started darkening quite a bit, and I started getting really, really dark hair. And since really focusing on my minerals the past few years, and especially in the past year when I've really been dumping copper out of my system, my hair has actually gotten quite blonde again. And my hair, I don't have any color in my hair. This is all natural, and it's really shifted the color of my hair. And I've seen this I mentor quite a few practitioners in this method, and I've heard from quite a few of my practitioners that their clients have actually seen their gray hair reverse with hair mineral analysis testing. So really, really powerful tool. I love it. You want to run one of these with me, just send a message to my Facebook page. I'd be happy to do it with you. Really great for hormonal issues, for fatigue, for weight loss, and just feeling better. And feeling more vibrant. So really good question. I actually was really excited to talk about that because I literally just read about it. So that's awesome. Okay. And yeah, any questions for you guys who are on with me live right now, you can dump them in the comments box. As always, I see lots of comments from Alicia. She's my number one viewer. Yeah, you mentioned flaxseed. I don't actually know if flaxseed would help with hair and nails. I don't know what the connection with that would be, so I'm not sure about that. I'm going to have to look into that, but I can definitely get back to you. Okay, so last question that I have here. What do you typically find to be the underlying cause of muscle weakness and muscle loss? So there's a lot of different causes of muscle weakness or muscle loss, and it can actually be really complex and really far removed from its cause. So number one thing is typically low testosterone. So testosterone, we know it as a male hormone, but females do need it too, and we actually need it to build muscle. So women who have really low testosterone actually have a really hard time building muscle. And there's a number of different things that will lower testosterone. One of them is actually the birth control pill. So the birth control pill will lower free testosterone. So if you're on the pill, then that might be causing it, because it lowers those testosterone and prevents you from actually gaining muscle. Oh my gosh, my computer's about to die. Sorry guys. Oh dear. Live video. Okay, we're safe. We got it. Okay. Where was I? I'm totally off course here. Yeah, so testosterone. Testosterone can cause it. Other things that can lower testosterone is actually chronic cardio exercise. So I see this a lot in the women I work with who are athletes, people who are running like triathlons or Ironmans or whatever. That really long duration cardio exercise is a very catabolic exercise, and that will actually break down tissue, and it actually depletes your testosterone. And it's unfortunate because a lot of these athletes that I work with, they don't want to hear it, but I actually have to tell them to slow down. I was on a call with a woman the other day, and she's running all those, it's whatever is more than a triathlon and marathons. Like, it's like the super ones, the ones that are like even longer. And she was doing that, and then she was doing CrossFit 5 times a week, and her testosterone was just bottomed out. Oh, thanks, Adina. I feel like I don't love my hair because it's so thin and so fine, but that's just an insecurity that I have. So I'll take that compliment. Okay, so yeah, I mean, anything that lowers testosterone, anything that raises cortisol, again, this can be that long duration cardio exercise that really, really perpetuates the decathlon. I don't know if it's a decathlon. It was called something else. It was like an Ironman triathlete, and then something like a super marathon or something like that. But maybe that's a decathlon. I don't know. Anyways, high cortisol, that will do it. Anything that causes protein malabsorption. So we actually need really healthy levels of protein in order to build muscle mass. So if you're a vegan, I know I'm probably going to get some angry comments from vegans, but it's really hard to get the proper amount of protein with veganism, especially if you have poor digestion, if you're a vegan and you have amazing digestion, you can really pull those proteins out of the plant-based foods, then it may not be an issue. But if you are a vegan and you have poor digestion, it's really hard to get protein. And I definitely work with a lot of vegans, people who are plant-based, who are wasting muscle and are very, very thin. Gut infections can cause protein malabsorption. So H. pylori is a big one. This is a stomach infection that actually changes the environment of your stomach so that you cannot break down protein anymore, because you need an acidic environment to actually break down protein. Whereas if it's alkaline, because you have H. pylori, then you're not going to be able to break down protein. Small intestine bacterial overgrowth or any infection can lead to the malabsorption of protein. Low phosphorus on an HTMA can lead to the catabolism of protein, so just like the loss of protein. Any chronic stress, parasites, I mentioned this, and then issues with your sodium, potassium. So there actually can be a lot of reasons, and I'm sure you guys, I drive you guys crazy because you just want one answer, and I never give you one. I always give you like 100 different answers. But it's just really different for everyone, and it can indicate so many different things. And so I also know the person who asked this question is one of my clients. So, you know, if that's something you are dealing with, we are going to, we're going to figure that out by doing the testing. So really, really good questions. Thank you. If you have questions for next week's Q&A, just submit it either, you can send a message to my Facebook page, you can email my team, support@kendraperry.net, and we'll make sure to get that in there. Otherwise, thanks guys. Facebook live show is again on Tuesday at 4:45. You're welcome, Alicia. I actually have no idea what the topic is going to be yet. I haven't figured that out yet, but I will let you know. And thanks guys. I appreciate it. I love you all. You guys are great.